Welcome to our exploration of the pharmaceutical hydrogen crisis, where we delve into why 99.9% purity still isn't enough for the industry. There's a hidden crisis in the hydrogen industry, a critical gap between industrial standards and pharmaceutical requirements that threatens both the hydrogen economy and patient safety. While industrial hydrogen at 99.9% purity is considered excellent, pharmaceutical processes often require 99.999% purity. That seemingly small 0.099% difference can be catastrophic for drug manufacturing, especially as the green hydrogen transition amplifies this challenge. Let's examine the critical purity gap. Here, we compare industrial hydrogen, which boasts a 99.9% purity, with pharmaceutical hydrogen, demanding a much higher 99.999% purity. This stark contrast highlights the challenges faced by the pharmaceutical industry in meeting its stringent purity requirements. While 99.9% purity is sufficient for industries like steel production and ammonia synthesis, it becomes catastrophic in drug formulation and API manufacturing. Pharmaceuticals don't start with color when discussing hydrogen, they start with purity, asking, is it pure enough? This question underscores the critical nature of purity in pharmaceutical applications. Consider a real-world consequence: a cancer drug formulation destabilized by hidden sulfur compounds and hydrogen received at 99.95% purity. The impact is profound: financial losses and discarded medication, a 6-month delay for life-saving treatment, potential FDA sanctions, and long-term trust damage with stakeholders. Contamination precedents in the pharmaceutical industry serve as cautionary tales. In 2021, J&J lost 60 million COVID vaccine doses due to cross-contamination, and Moderna recalled 1.63 million doses due to steel particulates. Future risks of hydrogen contamination could have similarly catastrophic impacts, compromising entire national programs. Let's identify the primary contamination threats in hydrogen used for pharmaceuticals. Sulfur species, peroxides, heavy metals, and organic solvents pose critical risks. Even parts per million concentrations can deactivate catalyst beds, create toxic byproducts, and convert life-saving drugs into harmful compounds. Regulatory requirements for pharmaceutical hydrogen are stringent. Every step in drug manufacturing must be validated, with certificates of analysis required for every lot. Continuous monitoring and verification are essential, yet no global Pharmaceuticals monograph exists for pharmaceutical-grade hydrogen, creating a fragmented market. Traditional steam methane reforming and green hydrogen electrolysis offer different purity profiles. While electrolysis should theoretically produce clean hydrogen, it introduces new contamination sources like oxygen carryover and metal leaching from catalysts, challenging the purity needed for pharmaceuticals. The adoption paradox highlights the differing priorities between industries. The steel industry prioritizes cost competitiveness, while the pharmaceutical industry focuses on purity and documentation. Most green hydrogen producers target industrial customers, leaving pharma companies waiting for a supply chain that meets their stringent purity needs. The economic reality of hydrogen cost comparison reveals a stark difference. Industrial hydrogen costs $3 to $5 per kilogram, while pharmaceutical hydrogen demands a premium of $15 to $25 per kilogram. Despite representing less than 2% of global hydrogen demand, the pharmaceutical market commands premium pricing due to its rigorous purity requirements. Does green hydrogen matter for pharma today? The honest answer is complex. While not yet viable for operations, it holds strategic importance. Pharma consumes less than 2% of global hydrogen demand, but purity rules the game. Net zero pledges and ESG pressures mean companies can't hide behind purity requirements forever. Companies are responding to hydrogen challenges with 3 primary strategies: building on-site systems, forming specialty partnerships, or maintaining the status quo with fossil-derived hydrogen. The timing dilemma is crucial: switching too early risks product failures, while switching too late misses sustainability targets. The on-site electrolyzer strategy offers advantages like complete purity control and regulatory compliance assurance. However, it requires enormous capital investment, specialized expertise, and maintenance complexity, making it unfeasible for most companies. This strategy highlights the balance between independence and practicality. Navigating the international regulatory maze is complex for pharmaceutical companies operating globally. FDA, EMA, PMDA, and LCOH each have unique requirements, forcing parallel validation processes and multiplying costs. A supplier validated by one agency may not meet another's standards, complicating global operations. The growing supply-demand gap in hydrogen presents a challenge. Increasing demand from pharmaceutical companies setting net zero targets contrasts with limited supply, as green hydrogen producers focus on large volume industrial markets. This results in an impossible choice between sustainability goals and operational needs. Technology solutions are required for green hydrogen to evolve and meet pharmaceutical needs. Advanced purification trains, real-time monitoring, validated systems, and segregated production are essential. Current electrolyzer technology prioritizes cost and efficiency over purity, but this must change to support pharmaceutical applications. The emerging model of pharma-only hydrogen plants offers a dedicated solution for pharmaceutical and biotech industries. These facilities ensure complete chain of custody documentation, CGMP-compliant operations, and 5 nines purity guarantees, segregating them from industrial operations and supporting uncompromising quality. Policy interventions are required to support pharmaceutical hydrogen. Government backing should include R&D funding, infrastructure support, regulatory harmonization, and strategic recognition. Europe has begun early discussions, but coordinated global action is needed to address the unique challenges faced by the pharmaceutical industry. Why does hydrogen purity matter? It's a matter of life and death for patients. A missed chemotherapy cycle due to contaminated hydrogen isn't just a statistic, it has real consequences: treatment delays, supply shortages, increased healthcare costs, and loss of public trust in pharmaceutical industries. The hydrogen economy cannot assume that solutions for steel or fuel cells will work for pharmaceuticals. The needs of the steel industry, with high volume and lower cost, differ significantly from the pharmaceutical sector, which requires low volume but extremely high purity and cost. The pharmaceutical hydrogen crisis illustrates broader challenges in industrial decarbonization. New technologies are needed, not just fuel substitution. Regulatory evolution is crucial, and collaboration among all stakeholders is essential to transition to clean energy. While challenges remain significant, solutions are beginning to emerge through targeted innovation. Technology advances, specialty suppliers, regulatory engagement, industry collaboration, and pilot projects are paving the way for promising developments in the hydrogen economy. Investment and innovation opportunities abound in both technology development and business models. From ultra-pure electrolyzer systems to dedicated pharmaceutical facilities, the potential for growth and advancement is vast and varied. The timeline for industry transformation is pressing. From 2025 to beyond 2030, the window for action is now. Waiting only makes the problem exponentially harder to solve, emphasizing the need for immediate and sustained efforts in technology development and market adoption. Green hydrogen will matter for pharmaceuticals because it has to. The industry cannot meet net zero pledges without addressing hydrogen, and regulators won't provide exemptions forever. Emerging market structures will focus on specialized suppliers, premium positioning, dedicated infrastructure, and full compliance. A call to action is necessary for policymakers, industry, and pharma companies. Policymakers should include pharmaceutical hydrogen in clean energy planning, while the industry must invest in specific technologies. Pharma companies need to begin planning for the transition now and share validation costs through partnerships. Key takeaways include 5 critical points. 99.9% purity is excellent for most industries but catastrophic for pharmaceuticals. Green hydrogen creates new contamination challenges. Economic and regulatory barriers prevent easy solutions. Patient safety depends on uncompromising quality standards, and industry-specific decarbonization strategies are essential for success. Today's reality is that green hydrogen doesn't matter operationally, but tomorrow's necessity is that it will be essential. The question isn't whether pharmaceutical companies will adopt green hydrogen, it's whether the supply chain will be ready when they need it. Thank you for your attention. If you're ready to analyze the economics of hydrogen, explore H2 Hub for feasibility studies, LCOH modeling, and bankable project analysis. It's where honest economics replace hype.